so good to meet you, friend. Your aura is just so soothing. It feels great just to stand next to you. No, it's fine. Don't worry about it. You don't know me yet, but I know something important about you. You're about to go on a very, very important journey. You'll discover super important things about yourself and about the cosmos and stuff. And I'm here to be your guide. Shh, it's okay. I get it. You don't understand. Your mind's eye hasn't been opened yet. It's normal. But trust me, if you just follow me, everything will make sense. It's not far, just to my shop across the street. Fate brought you close by so that I could reach out to you. You don't have to buy anything, friend. I'm not trying to sell you stuff. I'm just here to guide you. You just gotta trust me for a bit. Come on, come inside. Don't worry about any of those worldly baubles in the front. They're just there to pay the bills. Come on to the back. Sit with me on the mat, and I'll light a little incense for us. Let me show you how to meditate, and you'll start to understand everything I've been saying. Breathe with me. But when you breathe, don't just breathe. Pull in the energy around you with each breath in, through your fingertips, and with each breath out, release it back to the universe. Good, good. You're so good at this, just like I knew you'd be. Feel that energy flowing. It moves through your body gently, but quickly, like a small mountain stream. But it doesn't just flow, does it? You can feel the little pops and crackles, little bits of power bursting as the flow hits a whirl. Just focus on all those feelings. Focus deep. The more you focus, the more clearly you'll be able to feel two presences. You can connect to them with your mind. But they're not in your mind. They're all throughout your body, permeating each and every one of your cells. They're a part of you, so long as you allow them to be. Reach out to them. First, to the little one. That's me. I'm going to guide your mind a bit, help you on the journey you're going on. After you've connected to me, gently touch that larger presence. Go slowly. This connection isn't something that you want to rush. Good. You can see it, can't you? The rush of spinning colors. They come and go too fast for you to identify any single one. But you know they're there. Don't worry. I'm going to describe what you're seeing. Once you know what you should be able to see, it will be a lot easier. You're seeing landscapes, one after the other. But they aren't the kinds of landscapes you're used to. For now, let's focus on just one of them. In your mind's eye, you can see the border between a grassland and a forest. The plants look otherworldly to you. Not completely green, but more of a sky blue, with just the slightest hint of a green tinge. The grass looks darker, richer. The leaves of the trees are lighter, especially on the bottom. When the wind rattles the branches, they look like they're shimmering as the light sides get exposed to the warm sunlight. The branches of the trees don't look the way you expect them to, either. They begin horizontally, curving upwards first gently, then sharply. The branches all rise together and end at the same height, giving the treetops a flat appearance. You think you can see small, furry animals jumping between branches and scurrying through the grass. They are well camouflaged, making it difficult to pick out any of them individually, but their motion registers at the edges of your vision. Once in a while, one of them holds still a few moments longer and flashes a brilliant patch of magenta fur, hidden cleverly on the underside of their long, curled tails. It may at first seem like this strange place should confuse you, but deep down, it all just fits. The longer you look, the more right it seems, as though this is the real world, and you've been living in a dream up until this moment. But you see something strange, something truly, actually strange, something wrong. It doesn't seem to begin at any one point, but creeps up upon the whole landscape. The trees begin to subtly twist and corkscrew, their leaves growing longer and thinner. The grass pushes up long stalks of fat-petaled flowers with the most unappealing hues. The little animals start to lose their fur, patches of scales taking their place. Every little thing in the area begins to take on a reddish tone. On the surface, these new changes shouldn't make this bizarre world any more alien to you than before. And yet, you know that this isn't how it should look. Before, everything was pure and harmonious. Now, they're all mutated. Their very existence violated, forced into becoming something they ought not to be. But whatever dark force is acting on the world, it doesn't perform its twisted work unopposed. Each plant and animal seems to struggle against the changes. Small pockets of normalcy sprout here and there as they revert to their original states, only to be forced back into unnatural shapes. In some ways, this resistance seems to do more harm than good. Though unnatural, the altered organisms are still clearly alive, even healthy. But with each cycle of reversion and conversion, they appear a little more sickly, a little less vibrant. It seems that they all would rather die than exist as something they aren't. You feel something. It's an emotion you're not quite familiar with. You can't properly call it sadness. Can you really mourn for a world that you've never seen before? Can you really mourn for a world that you've never before seen, that you're not even sure is real? It's not anger, either. It's something softer, deeper, colder. The only thing that you can know for certain is that you don't like it. You start to wonder if there's anything you can do, some way that you can interact with the scene before you. Halt the progress of this corruption. You're already reaching out to this world with your mind. You decide to try and reach further. The scene is no longer just a scene. It's not merely visual information. You're there. You can hear the chittering of the animals, panicked and shrill. The smell hits you even harder. An otherwise fresh and pleasant scent carries an acrid, sharp undertone. You take a step into the field of grass and freeze when you realize that the little creatures are watching you. You're no longer a mere observer. You have a presence now, and that means you could be in danger. You stepped backwards in a panic. But you needn't have worried, because the moment you arrived, so did they. You don't know them yet, but someday you will. Your spiritual brothers and sisters on the same journey as you, though they set foot on the path long before you did. There are 3 of them. One, a fierce-eyed woman with jet black hair and a confident stride. The next, a short man with a gentle smile and strong hands. And the last, a wiry girl with mischief in her eyes and a spring in her step. Their arrival draws the attention of the animals. In fact, even the plants seem to subtly lean in their direction, as if expecting something from them. Their mere presence begins to push back against the corruption, but they are here to do more than simply stand around. The 3 gathered together. They look at you for a moment, waiting to see if you'll join them. But it's not your time yet. And so, they begin their work. You try to see exactly what it is they're doing, but your vision fails you. No, it doesn't fail. It splits. More landscapes appear, overlapping one another, nearly impossible to discern from each other, except in brief moments. A desert with blood-red sand and towering cacti. A jungle of impossibly tangled plants rising into the sky in a column. An indigo sea with a thick, jelly-like consistency. And at the center of each, those same 3 people. The overwhelming images are growing smaller and smaller as you move further and further away. At last, the connection ends. There is no longer another world. No longer a corruption. No longer 3 figures. There is only you and me, here in my shop. Well, do you believe me now? It feels so good to be in the zone, doesn't it? Everything changes. You and I, we're different people in a different place when that happens. Don't worry. That isn't all that there is. You'll learn more. But for now, you need a break. After you rest, we can continue. Your journey is only just beginning.